Hello and welcome to Box to Board, and tonight I am super excited to be unboxing Doctor Who Exterminate. I'm just back from Salute a little bit of time ago and pre-ordered this, so it's very early to be getting this in a lot of ways. There were a number of these on sale and it is awesome. So I'm really looking forward to unboxing this. Before I do, let's have a look at the back. Exterminate, contains 12 easy fit Time War Daleks, 12 easy fit Cybermen Legion, 14 Cybermats, double-sided battle mat, card scenery, recruitment cards, adventure cards, battle cards, rules booklet, adventures booklet, guide to time vortex, combat dice, quick reference sheets, card ruler, and 59 tokens. This already is looking awesome. It was 35 quid today, and I'm assuming that's kind of around the price. So we're looking around this level of, I suppose, Project Z. So let's get inside and see what we've got. Now, I'm looking forward so much to this, it's not even funny. Ooh, we have got a reference card. I love the smell of this. Ah, that's a nice touch. You've got a Cybermen one and a Dalek one. I'm liking that. That's pretty cool. We've got Into the Vortex guide. Now, what is that? I'm assuming what we're looking at is creating your chosen faction within the gate. The guide is designed to aid you in creating your chosen faction. We call all different types of available factions simply because okay, so this is a guide on how to make it, how to build things, general rules and weapons, competing species, scenarios. That's quite nice. So there's a number of scenario bits, which is quite cool as well. That's quite nice. I like that. We've got Exterminate Adventures, which this section is for those who have fought across. It's time to face those ready to face the ultimate challenge. The adventure version, as we call it. To use the adventures booklet, you must have a collection of various Warlord Games Doctor Who miniatures. You can take on the role of the Doctor. Okay, so this is Adventures of the Doctor. That's quite cool. So you get Doctor and his companions, other alien factions playing with agents, solo run, which is quite nice, or solo game. I shall try that out at some point, and then multiplayer games and some other bits. That's quite cool. And then we've got Exterminate. So Exterminate is the rules, and this is how it plays. Now I have no idea here. We've got movement, resilience, melee, and shooting. This is the number of combat dice added to or subtracted from the total of dice rolled whenever they fire. Okay, that's interesting. Movement, the maximum wrenches. Resilience, combination of the value of the card indicates the number of combat dice rolled. Melee is their skill in hand-to-hand combat. So for these, it needs to be, you want it to be higher. And then we have some other bits and bobs. Special character icons, number of fate tokens. That'll be interesting. Fate is going to be an interesting thing. Now this is looking very familiar, this bit, because this is very Project Z. So you get different cards in Project Z, and it looks like the battle cards aren't any different. So then we get all kinds of different things, vortex nodes, and I'll look through this in detail as time goes by. But looking at, we've got a movement subphase, a shooting subphase, resolution of that, and then we have a melee subphase and a finishing off, an upkeep phase. That's very it's like a bit like Project Z in some respects, which is cool. It works really well. as a mechanic, so I'm quite pleased with that. And we get a little booklet. Let's have a look at the minis themselves. So these are our Cybermen. So I'm going to bring this right up close so you can hopefully see it. And I think I'll turn it around so it's not upside down, which would be lovely. I'm hoping you can see there's pretty good detail on these actually. They're nice, and they're already silvery grey, which is quite cool. So some of them are standing, some of them are moving. Some of them have got different feet moving forward. All those tiny little things can make a difference. The arms and the hands are slightly different. We've got the Cybermats as well, which is quite nice. In there, that's quite cool. I'm liking these. These are quite nice, and actually they look like you can just click them in. You don't need to glue them up, which is cool. And you get 12, and you're getting quite a lot of the Cybermats in there as well. Then the Daleks. I have to admit the Daleks are my favourite. So you get the Dalek bits. And the Daleks don't appear to have, unless I'm badly mistaken, a base as such. Bases, which is entirely appropriate for them. That's quite cool. So they don't have bases, but they're gold, and they're kind of gold, silvery, gold metallic plastic. Again, they look like you can just click them into place, or clip them into place without glue, which is quite nice. Good level of detail in the minis for something that's not that complicated a build. It's a good level of detail, and you get 2 sprues of those, which is rather nice. I like that. Cool. I'll look at the cards in a minute. We have got dice. These are very, very, very like the dice, and these are similar dice to Project Z, which is great actually. Some of the little tokens, the little bases have come off. Now this is the mat. I'm quite interested in this. Now I don't know what some of these things mean yet, but I'm sure as I read through, hey, it's not a small mat. I'm gonna zoom this out a wee bit so you can sort of see. Pretty, it's paper mat, but it's not bad quality. We've got kind of one side's kind of desert or quarry if you were in the 1970s, I suppose, and then one side's more like a spacecraft, and then there's some kind of 0 to 10 thing down along the bottom. And I'm assuming that's something to do with the game. That's nice. I'm liking that. That's quite cool. And then we have the card scenery. Good thick card stock. Feels nice. We've got different bits here. TARDIS, obviously some pipes and some bits and pieces of block and scenery. And then we have the obligatory tokens. Now these look interesting to me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 11 of those, but there's this thing which could, I reckon, that goes along the bottom. It gives you time, and we've got the Gallifreyan bits here, and we've got a ruler to pop out as well. This is quite cool. I'm liking that. So let's have a look at the cards. And I'm going to look at the battle cards first. So, not exactly sure how to get into these. I'm very bad at getting into card decks, but just to get a feel and a flavour. Always the case that these things are hard to get into on camera. I do love the smell. Yeah, they smell good. They smell good. So we've got, these are the battle cards, and there's some adventure cards in here as well. So adventure cards, we've got things like discard to cancel any of the hits scored. When resolving a single shooting action, discard this in order to ignore any obstacle. And then we've got the symbols. These are, they're built around battles, but yeah, I'm liking these. The quality of them is actually quite cool. They're pretty good. Oh, that's interesting. So we've got Clara Oswald in there as well, and a bit about her. So her movement's 4, good defense, not much else. She can hold back, and there's some special rules: Sneaky, Maverick, Bodyguard, and it tells you what these do. That's quite nice. I'm liking that. I'm going to put that separate. Strikes. Gotta love strikes. +1 to his melee. Or is that? Yeah, +1 to melee. 2 to defense. 4 movement. And he's got some special rules as well. Who's this? Jenny Flint. Bit of a melee beast, Jenny. +2, I believe. I think it's melee, that one is. She's quite cool. And you've got, who else have we got in here? Madame Vastra. Gotta love Madame Vastra again. Bit of a beast in combat. You've got Sonic sunglasses, and this should be the Doctor. So the Doctor has got +1 to his shooting, I think. 6 movement, he's fast. And he's got some interesting special rules, I would imagine. That's quite cool. I'm wondering if we're going to get the other ones. Yeah, this is looking interesting. Dalek Patrol. I reckon, no, I must have got those the wrong way around. That must be the shooting ones, I can't remember. Get Dalek Patrol again. Assuming that's a Dalek Patrol yet again. Another Dalek Patrol. So we get a few Dalek Patrol guides, which is quite interesting. Now whether that's because, I'm wondering how many Daleks that each one of those is. Now we've got Cybermats in here. They're quite cool and quite cheap by the look of it. And then Cybermen, who are quite cool. So you get the idea that actually what's interesting is some of these guys are in this box, and some of these are support for things that aren't in the box, which I am liking, because that sort of means that what I've got, because for a while there's been quite a lot of stuff in there that's been in this sort of set that's on this range that hasn't been playable yet. This is the point where it becomes playable, and it's nice to have actually some of those other cards. So and with that in mind, I've got to look at the other cards that we've got and see what they are. And at the moment, I'm really interested to see that, because I've just glimpsed Give Tenant, and I'm wondering. We get adventure cards in here as well. We've got the Zygons. I'll go around the other side. We have the Zygons. We have Doctor. I think it's the 10th one, Judon or Judin. Wilf, Donna, Martha, Rose. We got adventure cards. Oh, that's an adventure card. Hang on. That's interesting. An adventure card which is silent. I don't think that's a typo. Hang on, I have modelled this already. I'm going to go this way for a minute. We've got quite a lot going on here, which is really good fun and really flavoursome as well. So we're looking at a nice, Juduns are in there, Silent Leader, Silence. And what's quite interesting is there's varieties of the silent guys, which I'm liking. Silent Reinforcement. Okay, so that's quite interesting. So it's reinforcement. These, basically what you're looking at is you get cards for most of the stuff that's been released. I think all the stuff most of it that's been released. We haven't got cards for some yet from this, so we don't have Mysterio. I can't remember, maybe a couple others, I'm not sure. But this is looking like a really good value game again. And what I will say is, if you're not sure if the indications of the dice or anything to go by and what I'm seeing in the rules, that basic mechanic that we're seeing that resembles Project Z, that's really promising, because Project Z works as a game very, very well indeed. And I'm hoping that that's what we're seeing there, is a kind of a very nicely run game. But I'm very impressed with this, and what's interesting, you can't maybe see it, is some of the stuff inside. So we've got things that come Professor Yana, Tetraps, Clockwork Droids. We've got some stuff that's already there, Silence, and yeah, I think this is good. It's good value. I'm going to give this a playthrough in the next over the next couple of weeks. It's going to get some playthroughs, got to assemble it up. Actually, you don't need to glue, you don't need to paint. So the beauty of this is you can just clip it together, cut off the spruce, and be on the table within an hour, easily. I want to do more than that, but honestly, that's a really good value game. I'm impressed with that, and I hope it plays as well as it looks right now. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great evening, and look out for our next videos on this.